I tried to come up with some realistic blockbuster candidates this year. Last year was easy because Jerry Jones was just being an idiot and hadn't signed Dak Prescott yet. And so obviously, and he was always going to, but at that point, I'm talking to agents, I'm talking to people who are connected to this thinking, if Dak Prescott goes to the open market, he's going to get $70 million a year. He's that good. And he's going to break free agency, which is another thing where the NFL would have absolutely pooped their pants. So Jerry Jones would not have let that happen. So we don't have that group this year. And the only two names I could come up with, Justin, were Kyler and Tua. And Kyler, just because his dead money number drops after this season to like 57 million, which compared to Russell Wilson is nothing. He has 7 seasons with the Cardinals, 1 playoff game. You got blown up by the Rams. You've got 2 offensive coordinators, 2 good offensive coordinators. I mean, Cliff Kingsbury now with Jaden Daniels looks a lot different than Cliff Kingsbury then. Drew Petzing, I really like. I thought he was a head coaching candidate at one point and probably still could be. Just kind of middle tier. And then Tua. And Tua, the dead money is ridiculous. It's $100 million. And if they got rid of him after this season. Now, the Dolphins do seem to be in the throes of a youth rebuild. Tyreek Hill's gone after this season. Jalen Ramsey's gone.
If not during the season.
If not during the season, if he just doesn't disappear at this point or make himself unavailable in some way, shape, or form. But I think, I have a weird feeling that they're coming for a hard reset. And so while $100 million in dead cap feels insane, it is also not insurmountable. We saw the Broncos make the playoffs with $90 million in dead cap space, right? So I don't know. Do either of those appeal to you as a let's get him out of that current environment and see what else is out there kind of guy?
I think this is where the conversation really starts. The other 3 guys we've talked about, have we talked about 3 guys or 2 guys? Whatever. The other guys we've talked about doesn't feel like it's going to happen to me. But Kyler Murray, I think there's been trade rumors surrounding Kyler Murray for like 2.5 seasons now.
Right.
When they bring in a new coaching staff, obviously. If that coaching staff fails this year, a lot of people, I think, around that Cardinals team are excited about taking another step under Jonathan Gannon and Drew Petzing. And if it fails to materialize, I could totally see them deciding, you know what, Kyler was never our guy, and our jobs are on the line now. Are we going to bank on this guy who has, as you said, 7 years and failed to really do anything with them? So I think that's the potential path for the Cardinals and Kyler Murray to become available. I think the Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa is, I would say, the most likely we've talked about so far, because if they have a regime change, then like Mike McDaniel has been the Tua like truther among all truthers, who's always said that this guy is perfect for my offense. I love what he can do. I couldn't run this offense without him. But what if Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins fail to do what, I don't know what expectations are around the Dolphins this year, but if they don't make the playoffs, if they only win 6 or 7 games, if Tua gets hurt again, I could totally see them deciding, like, let's just start over. This whole thing just didn't work. This whole era didn't work. If Mike McDaniel leaves, if Mike McDaniel lands somewhere as an offensive coordinator on a quarterback needy team the following season, and he really believes everything he said publicly about Tua,
you're right.
Absolutely, I could see that team being the one that steps in and says, you know what, we need a quarterback. Our new OC wants this guy. The Dolphins want to move on and start over. I think that one, like, I could see the path to getting there.
This year, the MMQB is playing on Yahoo Fantasy, and you should too. Whether you're a first-timer or a veteran making your millionth league. Guys, for me, anytime that I go to open up a new league with friends, anytime that I'm playing on Sunday, I am on Yahoo Fantasy. It's got all the best updates. It's got the fastest notifications for when you get a touchdown, when you get a score. It's the absolute best. And to celebrate 28 years of fantasy football greatness, Yahoo Fantasy is dropping 28 big new features over 28 days throughout August. To kick it off, they just dropped Yahoo Fantasy Guillotine Leagues, a killer new way to play fantasy football on Yahoo, where the lowest scoring team gets eliminated each week until there's only one left standing. And with the season around the corner, now's the time to get your league together and give this new mode a try. If you're more into the classics, you can still play in head-to-head private leagues or join a public league. Stay tuned for more killer announcements and start playing Yahoo Fantasy Football now at yahoofantasy.com/MMQB. That's yahoofantasy.com /MMQB. So I did the all 272 game predictions, and I even said in the intro, I have no freaking idea what to do with the Cardinals. I just don't. And I believe everything that they're doing is right. I think that they've done an awesome job. I think Jonathan Gannon has done an awesome job. I think management has done an awesome job. I hear they're even not charging players for takeout containers anymore after the NFLPA survey, which great job, Cardinals. That's a big life improvement. But just look at after week 8. So the beginning of the schedule is like, okay, you start the season at New Orleans. I had them losing the game just because no one knows what Kellen Moore's offense is going to look like. Maybe it's a little bit of a surprise. I don't know, right? And it's on the road. It's a loud stadium, whatever. But
week 1, weird things always happen in
week 1. Always happen in week 1, right? Remember, and I called this upset, and everybody freaked out about it when I predicted it last year, was the Patriots beating the Bengals in Cincinnati. And everyone's like, what? But it's just, no one knows what you're going to look like week 1. So, okay. Probably generously at 7-10, I'll give them that extra win. But so you start the season at New Orleans and Carolina. You would guess that they're going to win both of those games if you had to bet on them, which Justin inevitably will. After the bye in week 8, okay, you go to Dallas, you go to Seattle, and I think Seattle's going to be really good this year. You have San Francisco, Jacksonville, okay, at Tampa Bay, the Rams, the Texans, the Falcons, the Bengals, the Rams to close the season. I'm sorry, but that's a ridiculous stretch of football games that you're probably not going to fare very well in, especially if Kyler is to this point playing to his sample size. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think 7-10 is out of the realm of possibility, even though everything around it is good. And to me, that further perpetuates the need for a guy who can replace Kyler Murray and make this thing go over the edge. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that I could see them moving on. And, the Cardinals have had, and Kyler Murray specifically, have had struggles in the second half of seasons. That's not, if you're a Cardinals fan, that's not the time of year you want to see the schedule really stiffen up, especially if Kyler is running a lot and putting his body in harm's way. He's a better player, and they're a much better offense when he uses his legs as the weapon that they are. But it also can shorten his availability for a full season. So that's, I think, what they'll be playing with.
Tua is insane, by the way. I looked at this before, and you forget, and this is probably the soapbox that everybody, I don't even know if there are Tua stands anymore. If there are, God bless them.
Oh, there are. Travis Wingfield covers the Dolphins for the Dolphins. Well, big time.
I would hope so. You can't cover the Dolphins for the Dolphins and be like, this guy blows, man. Holy shit.
Dolphins fans loved Tuanon is still a thing. They will come for you. They're probably going to come for us just for talking about him.
I know. And here's the soapbox that they have to stand on. And this is insane. Every year he's posted a winning record. He's one of the least sacked quarterbacks in the NFL. He almost always has at least a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. And I get it. I get why Dolphins fans are sitting there and thinking, why doesn't anyone else think this guy is as good as we do?
I think he just has to stay on the field. And we keep saying that, and there's a lot of guys we can say that about, and I know it sounds tired to keep saying it, but he continues to miss games. If he continues to miss games and the Dolphins fall off a cliff as an offense without him, then we're going to continue to say your best ability is availability.
Can't make the
just
club
reality
in the tub.